Onimatikela, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the frustrations that Malu is going through in that courtroom of Judge Rata. It's really getting down, okay? Before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment. And most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you'll be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. While you are at it, don't be shy with them super thanks. It helps the channel to grow. It helps with the support of the channel. I need cameras. I need a shooting space. I need this and that for the channel to grow. Okay, so please do assist. That helps a lot when you do that. In fact, I think it's high time that I also put here the banking details should you feel like you are kind and you wanna pay no, not pay, you are not paying for anything. If you wanna gift the channel, I'm gonna put the banking details there. Anyway, in fact, the banking details will be somewhere here. It's a Capitec bank account, Noni M Network, and then you can do your transfers there. All right, thank you so much. Now those would be your super thanks. If you want to super thank or support the channel or give the channel or whatever, you just send it there. Oh, now, thank you so much. Okay, now let's get into the video. So one of the things that you must like really appreciate is that the defense does not do things as per what Baloyi normally thinks they will go. Ne? The defense surprises Baloyi every day of late and he is not ready for it. Now, you've seen enough inside the courtroom of Judge Rata. You've seen tough witnesses before. You've seen hostile cross-examinations. But what happened in that courtroom, this was different because for the first time in a long time, the state didn't just lose control of a witness. The state got blindsided by its own expectations. And when that happened, everything stopped, adjournment, silence, regrouping, because what just entered the courtroom was not just testimony, it was the threat to the state narrative. All right? Now, let's break it down carefully for you. Advocate Baloyi came into this moment with a plan, a standard prosecution flow, control the witness, narrow the answers, lock the version, close in. But there was one mistake. He assumed the general's statement was weak. He dismissed it earlier as hearsay. He didn't anticipate it will be properly introduced later. And then boom, boom, boom. Ha! The shock moment, Gesana, that he did not anticipate. Advocate Mshololo stepped in, calm, clinical, no noise, no confusion. She does something simple. She proves the statement properly. No chaos, no contradictions, just textbook law. And suddenly, the so-called hearsay document becomes live ammunition in court. Now, the general is no longer just a witness. He becomes a problem. A problem for who? For the state, which is Baloyi Gininda. Yes. Now, listen carefully to this, to the tone shift name. This statement is mine, Uchu General. I confirm the contents are true, Uchu General. I read it before signing. Clean, controlled, no cracks. Then came the pressure. You watch the other witness testify. This is now Baloyi. The trap is obvious. Suggest contamination, suggesting tailoring, suggest unreliability. But the response, hey, the trial is televised. Anyone can watch. That answer didn't collapse. It held. It held. Now watch what happens next. Momentum shifts. The state is no longer advancing. It's reacting, and then adjournment. Not at the end of the day. No, it was not the end of the day. Right in the middle of pressure. And this is where the courtroom changes because adjournments are not always neutral. Sometimes they are tactical timeouts. We see everything. We have watched this case long enough to understand how these people operate. Now, the regrouping and reset that was happening. Let's be honest about what this looks like, okay? When a witness doesn't behave as expected, strategy must change. Approach must be recalculated. Weak points must be found. So what happens during that break? Analysis. Analysis, reconstruction, new angles. Because now the mission is different, not to control the witness, but to break his credibility. I don't know if you have learned the operations of that courtroom from the judge to the state, which is the prosecutors. We have witnessed a lot. We have seen a lot in that courtroom. So if you don't know how to read between those lines, well, you will be left wondering so many things. Now, pressure tactics are coming in, all right? And here is what to watch next today. The general will be tested on consistency, bias, emotional control, motive. Because if they can't defeat his version, they will attack his character. You may start seeing repetitive questioning, provocation, attempts to frustrate him. Do you know why they will be doing that? Because one moment of anger, one contradiction, one slip, and the entire weight of his testimony is reduced. That's the game they are going to play. Be here, watch it. Now, there is also the constitutional exclusion, but here is where things goes beyond tactics, beyond personalities, beyond courtroom drama. This touches the foundation of the system, because under the Constitution of South Africa, the trial must be fair, the evidence must be reliable, the process must be clean. So if allegations begin to surface that witnesses were influenced, statements were questioned or rejected, pressure was applied behind the scenes, then this is no longer just about winning a case. It becomes a constitutional issue. And once that door opens, everything changes. Even Judge Rata, as he is, he knows that, he understands, including Baloyi, no matter how they can act in that courtroom, they understand the Constitution. Now, so understand this moment clearly. This was not just a witness testifying. This was a narrative of the state being challenged live on national television. The case is televised, and their so-called narrative about the case is being challenged, and people are putting one and one together. And can the state regain control, or has the general just exposed something much bigger? Because if his version holds, then what we are watching is not just a trial anymore. It's a system under pressure, a narrative of the state under attack, and a courtroom where control is slipping. Right now, we know the police are being questioned for a lot of things. General Mukhwana has made sure of that. So everything that they do, they make us question them as the public. And mind you, this case has been questionable since day one. Since 2020, when the guys got arrested, the case has been questionable. So imagine now, if you are going to get a general who's going to come and say, this is what I know before the arrest of the people. This is what was said to me by the sole person who came to court and say, I saw the accused, by the one person whom the judge believed his testimony was the crack of the case. Do you see now what is happening there? Do you see what is happening there? Now, this is not over. Tomorrow, today is not just another day of testimony. It's a battle of credibility. And right now, the state is resetting after the shock, because Ubaloyi did not expect the general to deal with him the way he did. Ubaloyi was not ready for the general. Ubaloyi, when he got up to start his cross-examination, he was definitely sure that I am going to handle this, and I am going to frustrate him, and I'm going to trap him, and all of his tries, they did not land. They did not land, because the general is like, no, my advocate, I told you this. Hey! He's like, oh, no, my advocate, I told you this. Remember the other day, on Wednesday, the word of the day was blue lies from Uzungu. Those are blue lies. General does not mince the words. General does not mince them words. He says exactly what he means, and he's not, no. He speaks with surety, no hesitation. He is definitely telling his truth there. So I don't know how things are going to go today. And I pray that um, General comes back sober-minded as per usual. In fact, at this point, I want General to be at ease as much as possible. I want General to make sure Uguti he deals with Baloyi like nobody's business. That is my wish. I wish General is going to handle Ubaloyi like nobody's business. I wish General is going to be able to make sure Ubaloyi understands you don't play with people like that. You don't take people for granted. You don't play people for fools. You don't use people. I want General to handle that with that. Don't Yoguti. I'm not a fool. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to be treated like a fool. I'm not going to be treated like a stupid being. I know what I said, and I know what was said to me in those NPA offices. I want the General to put his foot down like nobody's business, but I need him composed because they are going to try. Ubaloyi is merciless. He is going to try to frustrate him. As much as Baloyi is also panicking, as much as Baloyi is also angry, as much as Baloyi is everything that he is, but he needs to keep together. So he will do everything in his power to frustrate the General. But I'm here for it, and I trust the General. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.